Welcome, friends and family from all over the world. Welcome to another corporate call here on iasoLIVE.com. This is Ulysses Telani speaking. Thank you for being with us. Friends, please pay close attention to the information you're about to hear. It's a gentleman that's traveled the world more than once, and each time he goes around the world, he's bringing hope to many families across the globe. He is the MLM legend, president, and master distributor of Total Life Changes, our grand Armand Puyolt.
How's everybody doing right now, my friends? Are you guys ready for Vegas? Let me just tell you one thing, my friends. We are all setting up for Vegas. It's looking great. It's looking powerful. Every single one of you are going to be there, are going to be blown away for what you are going to see at this place. Now, you know, a lot of people have that drive, and I want to talk to you, every single one of you, my friends. I want to talk to you today about a good friend that I have. A good friend that I got to meet in Veracruz, Mexico, my friends. And the reason I'm starting off with this is because to prove you a point. And I believe, my friends, that I've talked to you about him before. This is a man, let me just tell you a little bit about him without telling you his name first of all. This is a man that when he was getting started, my friends, in Total Life Changes, he was in another MLM company, yet he was not making a lot of money. Obviously, there was, they work for points in many companies. They don't work for dollars. And it was tough, but somebody sold him the idea of Total Life Changes. Beautiful. Beautiful plan, beautiful products, beautiful everything, my friends. And then, all of a sudden, he decides to bring his whole team with him from that other company to join Total Life because of the opportunity that we are given and we're giving everybody. Everything to this point looks beautiful, right? And the reason I'm telling you this, because it could happen to you. And as a leader, as a person who's out there, you might feel alone sometimes. You might feel trapped sometimes. You might feel like you can't do anything more. You might feel, my friends, like life is not, where you need it to be. This man, I got to know him. He's from Veracruz, but I got to know him at my office at Total Life Changes in Mexico City. While I was meeting him, actually, when I went to, I was not even doing an engagement there or a training. All I went to Mexico City is to do some legalities that the company needed done. And I had to sign some paperwork and stuff. So I had to fly to Mexico City during the week. But he knew I was coming. Because usually when I show up in Mexico City, people know that way they show up to the meeting and then I'll make an appearance. At the very least. So he knew I was coming. He took the 18-hour bus ride from Veracruz to Mexico City on borrowed money. He didn't have a dime. But he borrowed the money to get to Mexico City to come talk to me. Which is, to me, that's a privilege. I'm grateful for people doing what they have to do to just come see me. I mean, who am I, right? That's the way I feel. But this man did that. And he comes up to me before I walk into the meeting room that we have in Mexico City. Meeting room is full with people, jam-packed, because they knew I was coming. And he says, I have some issues I want to talk to you about. And I kind of told him, I'll talk to you after the end. because we're about to start. I don't want to, run over the time limit that we have, or people are waiting. So I didn't know who he was, or why he was there, or what he wanted to ask me at that point. I did the training. I did a little meeting. I said hello to everybody. We took pictures. I mean, everybody started going home, and he was standing there in the corner, still waiting. And he kept waiting, and he kept waiting, and he kept waiting. And I kept noticing that he kept waiting, but he was not approaching me yet. So I was just waiting, and I kept taking pictures with people. As this happens, my friends, everybody started leaving little by little, and he finally comes up to me. He says, "Can I take a picture with you?" Next to the banners that we had standing. I told him, of course. As we were taking that photograph, he says, "I really need to talk to you." And then the GM of Mexico City, George Olarte, tells me he has a story that you need to hear. At that point, we sat down. When we sat down, my friends, it was very impactful, because he starts telling me how this gentleman, this leader, sold them the idea of total life changes, and they knew the dream, they had it, they wanted it, and how he brought this whole team from another company over to total life changes. But here was the deal. They told him to come into Total Life Changes. He could only come in with $1,500 pack. Every single one of them. And every single one of them, and these were a lot of people, my friends. We're talking about more than 20 people in that team. I think it was about 40 people total. They all raised, borrowed, scratched around. These are not people who have $1,500. And every single one of them turned the cash over to this gentleman who was going to be the sponsor, or who is the sponsor at the moment. This gentleman who took the money disappears with the money. Disappears, but before he disappears, he puts everybody in with $40 order so they can have an IBO. Now, you got 20 to 40 people out $1,500 that could not afford it. He was crying. He had to borrow money so he can come see me, so he can tell me the story, because he thought maybe I can do something about it. But I didn't know if it was real or not at that point. I didn't know if it was just somebody or he was just telling me the story. Nobody can confirm it to me. Nobody knew him. Nobody can confirm it to me. I didn't know what was going on. But he told me that he did believe in Total Life Changes because he's watched what I've done through the Facebook. He's watched what I've done around the world with people. That's why he needed to see me. That's why a friend that's a doctor in Veracruz loaned him the money so he can get a bus, an 18-hour bus ride to Mexico City. She paid for his trip so he can talk to us. So what happened to them? The doctor was one of the ones who was robbed at $1,500 also. When I listened to his story and I felt his pain, it hurt. I think I cried with him. Because it hurts. You can feel somebody's pain. But I didn't understand how hard it was to lose $1,500. Because obviously, I think we're a little used to it here in the United States that, $1,500 we can go. It may hurt because we need it. but it's not that painful because we can live out. We can live it out, no problem. But I didn't understand I didn't understand how bad it was until I went to Veracruz, Mexico. Because one of the things I promised him I would do, I will go and help him grow his team. When I got to Veracruz, Mexico, my friends, I found a gentleman. I found the way he was living. And this is no joke. I don't believe any human should be living that way, especially with kids. He was living in a shack. And what it was a shack made out of tin foil sheets that wrapped around, and no money, sand on the floor. It was just a shack on top of sand. Why am I telling you this? Because a lot of you, when you say you can't go to an event because it's too hard, you can't afford, you can't take the time, you don't know what it is to grow, you don't want to change your life, you don't understand pain yet. We start talking at his house, and I see, my friends, his wife was pregnant at the time. Now she has a newborn baby. But he has these little kids literally running around sand inside the house. I can see ants on the ground. I can see in the big giant ones, not the little ones we see here in the States, the big giant ones. I can see, I mean, you're outdoor. You're living in a tent that's made out of foil. But nothing is stopping him. And I hear a lot of you cry about why you can't do it because you have a TV show. I can't do it because I have things to do. I can't do Total Life Changes because guess what? I can't. You know what? I expected him to say I can't the way he was living. I expected him to say, you know what, it's over for me. Somebody stole $1,500, borrowed money. I don't have the product. I don't have nothing. I can't pay it back. I can't afford to do this company no more. I'm out. I could have understood him, by the way. Him, I could understand. And I asked him, why do you continue right now, as bad as it is, why do you continue to fight for Total Life Changes, to do this company, to work this company? Why do you do it? And his name is Eddie Torres, by the way. Why do you continue? He says, because I have a hunger. And I says, well, we all are hungry to grow. He says, no. I have hunger. The little bit of money, he goes, if you work in Veracruz, Mexico, you only earn $7 a day. He says, my family's hungry. My kids need to eat. He says, this is the best I can give them right now. That $1,500 could have fed his kids. could have fed his kids, but decided to put it on the line with Total Life Changes until this guy stole his money. You know, the painful thing, my friends, and his story is not stopping even there. You know, many more things have happened. We had the event, and you know, after that, I'm sorry, let me just continue on. He starts working Total Life Changes. Within 6 months, he has the largest network marketing team in Total Life Changes Mexico. 6 months. He's on TV every week now. He's on TV every single day of the week. I'm sorry, not every single, once a week, every Friday, I'm sorry. In the most popular TV show in Veracruz, Mexico. He's promoting Total Life Changes. He didn't quit. He continued on. He didn't stop dreaming because he was hungry. Physically hungry. When we had the event in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, do you remember that? A lot of you missed it. A lot of you said, I can't afford, I can't go, I can't fly, I can't go because I can't this, I can't. All I heard was I can't from a lot of leaders. I told Eddie, you have to be there to tell your story. You have to be there. Not one time he said, I can't. He took a bus ride 18 hours to Mexico City. From there, another 12 hours to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. He almost traveled 2 days complete to get to Puerto Vallarta, but he was there. He got his ticket. He got everything. Nobody helped him out. He made it. And I still hear people saying, I can't. I can't do it. Now, a lot of you know my birthday had just passed by. June 27 is my birthday. I'm in Orlando, Florida now. Flying into Orlando. And the first message I got was a message from him. He says, and the message said, I just lost my house. And I knew he was still living in that shack, the aluminum foil house, because he was putting his cents together to try to get his family into a house. But he was spending a lot of the money to be on TV so he can promote his business to keep growing. Whatever he made, he kept going. He had a vision. And I tried contacting. I says, what do you mean by your house? What do you mean by your house being destroyed? Well, what do you mean by your house, lost your house, I'm sorry. Well, he starts explaining once I got a hold of him, and this was like at 2, 3 in the morning when I finally got a hold of Eddie Torres. That's Eddie Torres, by the way, on the photograph that you're looking at with me. That's in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. A lot of people don't understand how bad this was. He says, I just lost my house. And I asked him, what happened? He says, we just had a tornado that just passed by. All the investing, all the money, everything, it's gone. His little safe with cash he had hidden of what he's earned. You know, his little house that he had, everything he had saved up, gone. I literally cried with him again. And that was on my birthday, by the way. You know, I feel we're all family. I feel we all have something powerful to do in this world. And it's, I think, more powerful to the person who does not quit. This gentleman, I'm putting some pictures up. This is his house. As this tornado went through and just ripped everything. Just squashed everything inside and out. That's what's left over. There's no roof on the top. There's mud over the floors because obviously when it's sand and water and everything else turns to mud. Things that were in order they're literally all over. Just lost his house. He has a newborn baby. He has kids. He's fighting for total life changes. It's my birthday. I don't know. You know, I couldn't sleep that night. As a matter of fact, if you see the pictures at the women's event from Orlando, Florida, which was the next morning, you can see I was tired. You can see how no sleep I got that night. Why does this happen to people that are good? Why does this happen to people who do not have nothing, who do not have nothing to go on? Why does this happen to people who this would be a tragedy to anybody? Imagine you lose your home. Everything. I asked him, what could you save after the tornado passed? He goes, were you able to save anything? He says, all we saved was the clothing. Because we could wash that. Everything else is done. Couldn't save nothing. They barely got out with their lives. Now, I'm not here, and don't get the impression I'm going to ask you guys for money, because I'm not. I'm not even going to ask you to say anything. I'm just here to tell you the story. Because this man, even after everything that's happened, after everything he's lost, after losing his savings that were inside this box of aluminum foil, he pushed. Why does this happen to people that less need it? I believe it's for a reason. I believe it's for a reason to push you further. Pain, hurt, makes your why bigger than ever. As long as you do not quit. Pain, loss, it's material only. He got up. He found a place right now. Guess what? I'm helping him right now with a down payment to his whole new home. He's moving in. This man has a house now. This man is going to change. He didn't quit. He never asked for a dime. He never asked for anything. He told me what he was going to do. He said, I'm going to look where to rent, what to do, because my kids, between some family members that they live very close, or some friends he was able to stay over a few days, but they got to start over. This man does not quit. This pain. This pain, my friends. I think it's pain that nobody should live. And if people just understood that you're not allowed to quit, you would understand that you can make it anywhere in life. We are designed to absorb the pain. Pain can be for a moment. Pain can be for a day. Pain, my friends, will go away. But what you take from the pain, what you take from the drive that's going to push you forward, my friends, that never goes away. That pushes you harder in life. And I'm telling you this story today because if there are some people, if there are people here that still think they have the worst life ever, that they cannot go forward, they cannot do it, they don't have anything to get success, you are wrong. You are wrong. God designed you to be successful. God designed you to withstand the pain. And He proved it to you in a cross. Pain is a step to success. Things will happen, negative things will happen along your way to success. But guess what? Do not look at it like a problem. Look at it as education to get you to the next level. Do not let things stop your dream. Do not let no one, and I mean no one, I don't care if it's a parent, I don't care if it's a spouse, I don't care if it's a kid. Do not let no one take your dream from you. If you want to be an artist, be an artist. If you want to be a bicycle rider, professional, do that. Don't let nobody steal your dream. If you want to be $1 million earner in network marketing, do it. Don't let nobody steal your dream. Eddie Torres, my friends. To me, even Armand, I've earned a multi-million dollars. I've done it all. I travel the world. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody's heard it. I don't stop learning. And to me, Eddie Torres is a ball of inspiration. To me, this man, my friends, demonstrates that no matter what adversity happens, no matter what's happening in your life today, no matter what is your problem, nothing is bigger than the dream and the drive you have, especially if your family's hungry. When I asked you at the very beginning, are you going to Vegas? Are you going to Vegas? A lot of you that I've talked to personally, some of you are saying that you can't. You can't get there. You don't have the money. You can't do anything. A spouse won't let you. X, whatever else. I don't hear excuses. This guy lost his house. Right now, my friends, at this exact moment, he's fighting to try to get his visa with the U.S. Embassy to get to Vegas. Right now, this gentleman who lost everything he has no money at this moment. Everything went in a tornado. All the cash he has saved up, paper flies. And I asked him, he's going to be in Vegas. He's going to be in Vegas. That, my friends, is inspiration of billionaires. That, my friends, is how every single one of us should live our life. Nothing's stopping us. That, my friends, is a reason that you should make your choice today. Are you going or not to Las Vegas, Nevada? Make your choice wisely. Because if your family depends on it, if your family is hungry, if your family, my friends, needs to change your life right now, you need to be in Las Vegas, Nevada. Period. Period. If a little man from Veracruz, Mexico, has no home, just got everything, has no furniture no more, has nothing. Tornado took it. No money, tornado took it. Doesn't stop him. You know what he did? You know what he did? On the 28th, I was at the women's event in Orlando, Florida. And I was texting back and forth with him through the event. People saw me. You know where he was, the 28th? He was 6 hours away from his home doing a meeting for Total Life Changes. Even though his family, he put his family in a friend's house for the night. He took off. He went 6 hours away to do a meeting for Total Life Changes. If you would have lost your house and lost everything you own, would you be doing a meeting the next day for total life changes? I don't think so. So it takes only strength, drive, love to make that happen. I couldn't believe my ears when he started. I'm sitting 6 hours away doing a meeting. He's taking pictures and posting them on Facebook like nothing happened. But inside, his pain is making him cry. I don't know, my friends. But I'm telling you this right now. You want to change your life? Change it. You have the steering wheel. You have the vehicle. You have what it takes. Excuses are words that should not even come from your mouth. Possibilities are endless. Never look, and I know this is an old saying, but never look at a glass half full. Look at it at half empty. Not half empty. Look at it as half full. Look of what you have and give thanks to God for what you have at that moment, not for what you do not have. Respect one another as we're growing in this business. Because, my friends, we're one family. We're one family united, and we will, my friends, we will change this world forever. Keep that in mind always. If you guys need tickets to the event in Vegas, the California office, my friends, is selling the tickets, where we will also give you a free ticket to a premiere, to a Hollywood premiere. And then out of that, we will watch the movie. We have the whole cinema to ourselves, Total Life Changes, days before the movie comes out to the public. And then after that, my friends, the most powerful thing is we will raffle. Out of those people who bought the tickets, we'll have 4 couples go to the Hollywood premiere with the stars. The Hollywood premiere with the actors, with the producers, and we'll go to the after party. We'll drive up in a stretch limo, the Hummer limo. We'll walk up the red carpet just like the stars do. We'll give you that Hollywood style of life. Feeling, so you feel it. You live it. But don't miss Las Vegas. If Eddie's not missing it, you shouldn't either. My friends, I hope you got the point of my little story of today. I don't tell you fake stories, I tell you the real deals, man. As we are really living this one. Tomorrow, we're closing, and don't think when I said the down payment, don't think it's much money. But he's going to take over the payments. He's going to live well. His life is changing. Why? Because out of everybody who I know in this company right now, and not offending anybody, I've never seen so much heart. I've never seen so much drive. I've never seen somebody take so much pain and still walk forward. To me, that deserves my respect. Thank you very much, my friends. God bless you. God bless every single one of you. Let's move on and let's create the biggest entity in the world, that is Total Life Changes. God bless you. God bless this phenomenal company, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you very much for being and having your time with me this week.